are pretty fierce right here.
This water is coming in quickly.
And this storm is far from being over.
The storms may have passed, but the damage remains.
Let me tell you, man, the aftermath is still here.
From Florida to Texas,
It's a different place. The soul has been taken out of the Gulf Coast.
communities have been destroyed
There's families who have nothing. Life as they know it stopped.
and lives shattered.
Without somebody to help them, there's no way we're gonna make it.
The Extreme Makeover design team can't fix it all,
Where do you go from here? How do you fix this?
but we can make a start.
Usually what we do is help out one family and build a house in 7 days. But with this, it just felt like that wasn't gonna cut it. We had to do more.
Let's do it! The rebuilding begins in Texas.
This little town faced Rita head on, and Rita won.
An entire town wiped out.
Literally every house in Sabine Pass was destroyed.
What kept them safe? Ruined.
I don't think it really hits you how much that firehouse over there means to you until you figure out it's gone.
What kept them together? Devastated.
We were so proud to have that theater, and to see that it's just all in a ruin right now, it's very heartbreaking.
Help and hope is on the way.
Just a chance that maybe we'll find better days. So take these words.
This is Extreme Makeover Home Edition. After the storm.
'Cause tonight's the night the world begins again.
You wouldn't be human if you didn't feel like somehow you wanted to help in some way, to do something.
We have no food, we have no water. We don't have nothing.
And we seem like to be forgot about out here.
It's flooded, it's about 6 feet. My house is underwater. I have a 3-year-old and a newborn. So we're thousands of people. They have people who need to get out.
Hot, aggravated. Just wanted to come out and see about getting us out of here.
We are in a disaster.
We'll make it through.
So guys, Paul, Michael, Preston, Tanya, and Daniel, we're driving through Texas to a little town that got hit really, really hard by Hurricane Rita. The town's called Sabine Pass. It's a very small town, but before the storm, it had actually around 600 residents. Thing is, there's not one person in this town that wasn't affected by the hurricanes. I mean, houses were ripped away. What's left is shattered and broken. Businesses are completely gone, but there's a spirit here that just won't quit. Sabine Pass wants to remain on the map, and I think we can help them do just that. Here's the deal. For the first time ever, we're gonna try and help out an entire town.
Wow.
These families are living in trailers and damaged homes. The one thing they need is hope. So we're gonna give them just what they need, which is a starting point where they can start rebuilding and moving forward. Now take a look at this tape and you're gonna see some of the people we're gonna try and get to this week.
Hi, ABC. We're the men of Firehouse number 4.
Sabine Pass has one firehouse. It's Firehouse number 4.
We were the last ones out of the city, and we were the first ones back in.
That night of Hurricane Rita was a pretty horrific night.
The hurricane came, and for us it was a new experience. We've dealt with evacuations, we've dealt with hurricanes, but we've never dealt with a direct hit, and we've never dealt with having to leave the city.
The roads were gridlocked, nobody could get out of town. So the firemen ended up participating in what is now known as America's largest airlift rescue in history.
We had been preparing to work with the evacuation of the county. The state was dealing with having to evacuate the Houston area and the Galveston area. So we were left with really no other choice but to try to fly people out of here.
I wasn't ready for what we seen when we pulled up. Of course, they had to clear out all the hospitals, all the old folks' homes. There were so many people in wheelchairs, stretchers, so they were depending on us to save their life. The storm was bearing down on us. We didn't get those people out of there. There was going to be some big trouble.
These guys worked over 30 hours straight. They ended up rescuing over 8,800 people.
1,500 of those 8,800 we moved were on stretchers. It was just a manpower intensive thing.
They didn't quit until every single person was rescued and finally found safety.
That tends to be how this fire department treats everything, you know. When When there's work to be done, we're going to work until it's finished.
Then exhausted after hours and hours of work, they finally come back to their firehouse and find it completely destroyed by the storm.
We'd gotten word that everything down here was underwater. I don't think it really hits you how much that firehouse over there means to you until you figure out it's gone.
But we couldn't not have service out here. We could not have some place for the people to go.
These brave firemen are now working out of a converted old Coast Guard trailer.
As you can see, it's not much to it. This is the firefighter's room. Sorry about the way everything looks, but there's really not a lot we can do about it.
Here's the sad thing. The nearest hospital is 20 miles away.
Our response times are longer from out here to get to people's houses.
We're another 5 minutes further away from Sabine Pass. So when you're having a heart attack or your little boy hurt himself, that's an eternity.
And they're the people that this town relies on when there's an emergency, whether it's a heart attack or a hurricane. It's the guys at Firehouse 4 that this whole town depends on.
We care about our community. We care about the people in it. We just want to do a good job. It's tough being in this situation we're in because it's really starting to wear on us a little bit.
That's where we come in. Let's get in there and rebuild this firehouse. After what this town has gone through, I think they could really use a little peace of mind, a little safety and security, and I think rebuilding the firehouse could really help with that. There's another way we can help this week, and that's at the Sabine Pass School.
Hi, ABC, we're the Sabine Pass School Theater Department.
The most famous thing about this school is its award-winning theater department. And these guys, man, they go to state championships almost every year. And they also usually win top honors.
The theater is heartbreaking to look at now because we were so proud to have that theater. And there's so much history in that theater. And to see that it's just all in a ruin right now, it's very heartbreaking to see all those memories lost.
The roof leaks now, it's got a mold problem, and there's a lot of water damage.
There was water all over the stage. The seating was messed up, so it was it was really hard.
Basically everything inside completely ruined. The thing is, this town was devastated, and so they had to spend so much money just fixing up the town. There wasn't really a lot left over to fix up the theater.
We would pull together to help anybody that's in trouble here, but it's hard to ask these folks to pull together when they're in such bad shape themselves.
What's kind of sad is this is the one place where the community kind of comes together, and they can't even use it right now because it's been so badly damaged by the storm.
It's been a part of the community, our family. I can tell you, like, almost everyone in my entire family has been in theater, and I just want to be a part of it too.
And it's something that everybody gets into and everybody's family's always done.
So this town could really use some help bringing this theater back to the condition it was before the storms. And who knows, with some new improvements, this town could have a brand new theater, and it'll be a central place where people can gather, come together as a community, and really start to rebuild.
I want the kids to have some success to take out of this year. I want them to come out of this year knowing that there was something that they actually got to do. I want them to have something that they can look back at and see as a positive success, because they don't have a whole lot of that.
So what do you guys think? Can we help out this town?
Oh yeah, man, we have to.
We've never tried to take on a whole town before, but I think there are ways that we can help these guys kind of restart and start to rebuild, because they've got the spirit. Now they just need a little encouragement. Put your hands in here, people. Let's do this. Can we make it happen?
Absolutely.
Make it happen. Well, then let's do it! So here's the thing, man. We've never really tried to help out an entire town before, ever.
Sabine Pass was right smack in the middle of the path of Hurricane Rita, and Hurricane Rita came through and just was devastating. Literally every house in Sabine Pass was destroyed.
This is a whole town that was almost wiped off the map. A lot of people don't even realize that this town was hit. They've heard about Biloxi, they've heard about New Orleans, but no one's heard about Sabine Pass. So we wanted to kick this thing off right. I wanted them to know that we cared about them, that we're gonna tell their story and let them know what they've been through. And what better way to let them know we're there than a concert. I know you guys could use a little uplifting right now, so I made a couple phone calls and ended up getting some friends that wanted to sing an inspirational song for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the Goo Goo Dolls! It's so wonderful, man. We set up the stage. In the background, you see these ships that have been washed on shore by the storm.
And you asked me what I want this year. I try to make this kind and clear. Just a chance that maybe we'll find better days.
It was so symbolic to hear the words of the song that the Goo Goo Dolls sang, and everyone's clapping and dancing and smiling and hopeful.
Sign of love and empty things. Just a chance that maybe we'll find.
Hurricane relief and restoration from hurricane damage can come in so many forms, and everyone can help in some way.
These people don't want to leave. They're not ready to throw in the towel and move somewhere else. They want to stay. This is their home, and our job this week is to bring hope back.
This town of Sabine Pass will have better days, and it's going to start right now.
'Cause tonight's the night the world begins again. Thank you guys, you are so great. Good luck, thank you.
One of the things I remember growing up was not far from our house was a volunteer fire station, and when the siren went off, everybody stopped just for a second because you hear that siren go off and you say, wow, something's going on, something not good is going on. For people to feel safe, for people to build a community, you need firefighters. You need to know that if there's an accident or you need some help that you can call and they're going to be there. One of the things we learned about Sabine Pass just by talking with the folks there in town were that the men are usually not there. They're out on these oil rigs out in the Gulf working. We're left with women and children. So how important is engine company number 4? Well, it's very, very important. They are why we are there, because this is where we can build a community. That's why we chose this firehouse.
So Ty sent Paul and I off to take care of the firehouse.
Michael and I door knocked at the Coast Guard station, which is where this trailer is that Firehouse number 4 is now working out of.
Good morning, Firehouse number 4!
Come on, guys! It was great. These guys just came running out like they were little kids. I met Captain Ford, great guy. I met his men. I met firefighters.
Firefighter David Simmons. Firefighter Sains Rody.
All great, great guys. So you're the man in charge, Captain?
If you want to call it that.
If you want to call it that. But Captain Ford, we'd love to go take a look at the firehouse.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Can we take the truck?
Sure.
Looks good, Paul.
We wanted them to take us down to the firehouse, and one of the things I noticed about that fire truck, it's about 15 years old, a lot of miles on this thing. It's not like Sabine Pass has a lot of money to buy new fire trucks. Fire trucks can cost anywhere from $250,000 to $1 million, and they just don't have that kind of money.
Wow. Doesn't look too good.
It's a little stiff.
Wow. The interior of the firehouse was a mess. When the water came, it just blew out the back door and filled the firehouse with water and destroyed everything in it.
This is unbelievable. There's nowhere you look that's not just trashed.
Yeah, it just...
Where are we headed?
This is kind of where we would cook and talk.
You know, as I walked through the firehouse with Shane and David, it was hard for them. They've only been back there a few times because everything's gone, everything's totaled, and they had a lot of personal possessions.
As firemen, you spend so much time up here away from your families, and you miss your kids, and you miss your wife. And most of the stuff in here, we actually bring it ourselves from home and try to make it as homey as possible. You know?
A lot of firefighter puzzles.
Yeah, therapeutic.
Yeah.
Something to, put your mind on instead of, what you either have done or what you're afraid you might have to do.
The things that these guys deal with every day, from children losing their lives in automobile accidents to burn victims, things that we shudder at, these guys live with every single day. So there are places where they can sit around and shoot pool and talk about the events of the day, and no doubt some deal with it differently than others, but they deal with it as a team.
After a big fire, you're exhausted, completely exhausted, but sometimes we'll talk about it. As often as not, we'll talk about something completely unrelated to it. Like that's the furthest thing from our mind.
Right.
And really, a lot of times that's the way we wish it was.
Captain Ford in Firehouse number 4, family guy, he loves his men, and he wants to make sure that his men are taken care of. He wants to make sure that Sabine Pass is taken care of. A lot of field fires happen in Texas because it's very dry, and these guys cover all that. They save homes from being burned because homes are right next to these fields. Water rescue, we're right on the Gulf there. They cover the highways near there, those Texas highways, and accidents that happen to people just traveling through Texas. So one of the things that's very important about Sabine Pass is Firehouse number 4.
Ollie.
Michael.
It's so sad.
It's a mess.
Unbelievable.
Now, usually we send families on vacation, You can't do that with firemen. These guys don't have that luxury.
So you still got to spend a week back there in the trailer at the Coast Guard, but then that's over and done with.
We can do another week.
All right, you guys, thanks so much.
Thank you, sir.
So we had a lot on our plate. We had a lot to deal with. And fortunately, somebody was on the ball, because I turn around and there they are, all the blue shirts, all of our volunteers, the guys from the Trevino group, and they were pumped.
Dale Trevino's a real special guy, and he's going to make sure that everything we wanted, not just needed, is going to be in that firehouse.
It's neighbors helping neighbors, like an old barn raising project. We're here for the firemen, those brave guys that help us out whenever we call them. We're here to help them.
What was really important for us to do was make sure that the inside of this firehouse was going to work for these guys.
We're going to gut the entire interior, and we're going to reconfigure every room. We're going to make the most use of the space.
You guys are gonna love it. Remember, these are the guys who protect this community. They deserve the very best.
Paulie!
Hi!
What are you doing?
Sears American Dream campaign?
Yeah.
They're giving all this stuff to the guys over at Firehouse number 4. That gym stuff, it's good for them.
So what, are you trying this thing out?
Well, I've been trying it out, yeah, I just don't know how to turn it off.
That's simple, you just hit this button right here.
These guys, they go out in the field, they climb ladders, they're carrying people, they're carrying gurneys, they're doing a lot of stuff that takes physical power. So we went and got some gym equipment that we knew would help them out in their downtime to keep their muscles strong.
Stretch. Hey, how are you, man?
I'm good, how you doing?
We've got a buddy we've worked with before, and his name is Stretch. He's from Kansas City, Missouri.
This is one of the coolest things in the world, so we got
Stretch made a great kitchen table for these guys out of fireman axes.
But I think the coolest thing that Stretch is involved with this week is a fountain, a sculpture for the backyard.
The fire's gonna come up out of here and water will be around it because it's trickling down or something?
Yeah, the water will flow right out of these slots.
I think it just says to these guys, we respect you. We appreciate what you do.
It's beautiful.
It's time to reveal this firehouse to these guys, and we had them come back in their firehouse in a limousine.
I can't imagine how good it's gonna be. It's sort of like being 8 years old, and it's the week before your birthday and Christmas combined.
It's just the anticipation of everything, you know?
Part of me just doesn't think it's really happening.
To these guys, it's like their kids again. This is their Christmas morning.
It's like being in a dream, really. I guess we're about to see how much of it's real.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm a little nervous. Behind the bus, we hope that we've given you the tools to do what you guys do every day.
You guys ready to see this?
Yeah.
Bus driver! Move that bus!
The guys all get out of the limo and just went right to the front door.
The first thing that we saw was the Maltese cross on the floor. It symbolizes who we are and what we do.
Hey, look at that! You gotta be kidding me! Oh, man!
It was a picture of all of us guys at Firehouse number 4. That lets us know that that's our station. The pool table has got to be the most beautiful pool table I've ever seen. You know, having things to do like that when you get back to the station, it helps keep your sanity.
Firefighters like to cook. And the kitchen that we have now would rival any kitchen in any mansion in the United States. And the table, the legs are fire axes. What a nice touch that was.
The people at Sears American Dream campaign gave all of this to you.
We needed this. We can release some stress. Oh my God, look at that! Holy
There was a large sculpture that was put together, and it was ladders with a water feature coming off of it into a pool and fire. And it represented all three things that mean a lot to firemen: water, fire, and ladders.
It symbolizes for us a new beginning, a new start.
Oh, yeah!
new engine bay was everything that we needed, everything that we wanted.
You all said that you wanted storage, you wanted a place to put your stuff, you got your lockers, you got your own uniforms, and of course, brand new helmets.
And then it was time to take care of the last gift we have for these guys, and off I went. We were able to get them a brand new fire truck from E1. What a custom built for Sabine Pass by E1.
They're going to be able to do what they need to do. They're really going to be able to save more lives. And that's really what it's all about for these guys, day in and day out.
There's one more thing to see, guys. Follow me. Yeah! Check it out.
That was just the icing on the cake. It was kind of like winning the lottery and going home and finding out you won it again the next day or something, you know.
These guys went crazy. They all climbed on board. They all checked where their certain position is. They knew that this was going to work a lot better for them, and that meant saving more lives. And when firemen can save more lives, that's a good day.
It was just the perfect ending to a perfect day.
Things are coming back, and they'll be better than they were before.
So I'm walking around the town of Sabine Pass after the storm. You know, I'm going door to door to meet as many people as I possibly can to see if I can help. Hey, hi, are you Taisha?
Yes, I am.
Hey, you must be Shane.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Sabine Pass was a small town, but they had a lot of people in it. And what's amazing is all these people came back to this town even though they have nothing. Now, luckily, the government has brought in some FEMA trailers, but people that used to live in mid-sized houses are now living in tiny, tiny trailers. You're all living inside just this little place right here.
This little trailer.
How many square feet is that?
I don't know. It's 29 foot, so it's not very much.
As I went by door to door and got to know these families, I realized that a lot of us have no idea.
This is what we live in, and we lived in a bigger house. And when it came, we came back and we had lost everything in our house. You know, it's a challenge. 3 kids and me in a trailer and like this, and it's, I mean, getting up and going to school in the morning, that's a trip.
Before, I feel like, oh, I lived in a big, huge palace before compared to what we're at now. You know, the kids don't have separate bedrooms anymore. They have one little bitty area with 2 beds, and it's just...
So you guys are like camping, basically?
Yeah. Yes, it's not any fun.
These are families like you and I know. These are people that would live next door to you. They've lost everything.
It looked like someone had come in and just dropped a bomb and blew our town up. It was heartbreaking. You know, lived here all my life and never seen anything like that, and you know, worrying that maybe we weren't going to live here again.
We've always ran from storms, you know, but we got to come back and have our things. You know, this was actually the first time that we came back and there was nothing. And the worst part of it is I am a single mom with 3 kids. I lost both my jobs and my house, you know, so it's, you know, it was just kind of hard.
It's hard to believe that you're talking about a middle-class family that, you know, had cars, had a home, had everything, and now they're just they're confined to a trailer, and that's all that they have, and they've lost all their possessions.
I mean, we lost our sheets, our towels, we lost clothes.
Beddings and, you know, dishes.
The simple things in life. You miss them when they're gone.
Yeah, you do. So here's the thing, we can't just come in here and help out one family when there's so many people that are devastated. So we want to figure out a way that we could help out as many people as we could and help out this community to really kind of give them a little hope to get through this, because right now with what they've been through, I think a little hope is what they need. And so I wanted to figure out a way where we can help all of them and maybe give them back some of those normalities that used to be their life. So I loaded the entire town of Sabine Pass into a bunch of school buses and we all went shopping.
All right, people, let's load off the bus. Come on out, everybody off the bus. Come on out.
Well, here's the thing, man. I met a lot of you guys yesterday, and I heard your stories, and you guys said you all needed a bunch of things to just kind of make life a little easier. So guess what?
We're going shopping at Sears. So people, start shopping.
So the Sears American Dream campaign gave everybody $350 to spend however they wanted it. And it was so cool, man, to see all these different people that have been through everything. For one day in the last year, there were smiles on their faces. They're bringing home something that's gonna make their life better. It was just something they needed to kind of keep them going. Hey, out the house back together a little bit? Good, guys. Continue shopping. Have fun. Hey, what's going on over here? Did you guys find some stuff today? Well, good. Well, I'm hoping a couple of these things will just make it feel like you've got some of the things back that you lost. It isn't everything, but at least it's just a little something to make you feel like.
It is a little something, and we appreciate it very much.
Now, you know, we couldn't really build all these people homes, but we could give them a little hope. And I think seeing families getting comforters, blankets, things that are going to keep them warm, seeing them getting pots and pans to eat out of, to me, that was priceless. Hey! How you guys doing? Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you, Tom?
Good, man. You guys shopping for clothes? Oh, is this yours? Is this new? I like that. So you guys having a good time? Are things like this kind of helping a little bit?
Yeah.
Good. Listen, down here, there's some great stuff going on. Now, I don't know if you've been to the kids section. I tell you what, let's go straight ahead because you're gonna love what's down here. I tell you what, man, just look around seeing those smiles of those families, finally getting the little things that they lost. It was about the greatest day in Sears I've ever had. The one place that this entire town gathered was actually in the auditorium of the high school. And it was basically the center of the town. If there's ever a town meeting, it was at the auditorium. So we thought one way we could really help bring this town back is to rebuild the auditorium where their pride is. They are so proud of this town because of that auditorium.
Well, this is it.
Yeah, there's the school.
Why don't you guys surprise the kids? I'm gonna check out the theater.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
So many schools in Texas are known for their athletic department. This little town is known by how fantastic and successful they are in their drama department.
This doesn't bode well for what's inside. Sabine Pass doesn't have a movie theater. It doesn't have a place for bands to play. The school theater is the only entertainment in town, literally. Not good.
The entire community knows this theater. Many of the kids who are there now, their parents and their grandparents performed on this stage. There isn't a person in the entire town that doesn't have some memory associated with this theater.
Needs new carpet, new drapes, ceiling repair, and probably a whole lot more.
By fixing that theater, it's going to spark an energy in this community and push them to go out and to build the rest of the community back to what it was, to better than what it was.
Hey guys, I'm Tanya, and this is Daniel, and we're here with Extreme Makeover Home Edition. And we're here to build you guys a brand new theater!
They're so excited and they're so hungry for a little help and for a little hope.
We found the kids from the drama department. They happened to be sitting over at a little table.
So what happened to your theater? It just got wrecked, right? And so what is it like now?
We practice it here. Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. You've been rehearsing in the cafeteria. Yeah. In the midst of all the drama students, we find their teacher, Tammy.
Theater at this school has always had just a wonderful reputation. And then the hurricane came along and it destroyed everything, just everything.
You guys have had a tough time, and I know this year's been hard, but you know what? The school year is going to end on a bang. I can promise you that much. It's going to be fantastic. Show us the theater.
Somebody show us, let's go.
We walked in with the kids, and there was just mildewed insulation on the floor and drywall that had fallen like a war zone. I mean, it just looked like something had exploded inside that lobby.
Looks pretty nasty here, but it's worse inside, huh? Yeah. But Tammy, why don't you show me some of the areas? Could you do that? Some of the back theater and stuff?
Let's head inside. I mean, we haven't been in. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, it's not a pretty picture.
Daniel and I decided, let's just have a moment and just sit on the stage and hear their stories.
It tore off the roof. The whole house was messed up.
I don't know, it's like a bomb hit it or something. Stuff's just gone completely.
My dad didn't even get to evacuate with us because he works offshore as a boat captain. The entire time that the storm was going on, we thought that the entire place was just gonna fall. And when the storm was finally over, we saw trees and people's cars and things, and we had a huge hole in our roof, and all of the ceiling was down and everything.
So all these stories, all these things you're telling us now that you haven't really told. I mean, you haven't.
Well, just amongst ourselves.
We share them with our friends and family, but nothing bigger than that. I don't think anybody really outside of the community really knows.
Do you think they should? You think the world should know?
Definitely.
Tanya and I looked at each other, and I think we both had the same idea at the exact same time.
They need to put it down on paper. They need to create their own personal monologue.
What do y'all think? You think you could?
Yeah, definitely.
They were going to stand up in front of their community on their brand new stage, and they were going to use their own voice to share with everyone how they felt. And we'll make sure that you have a stage to stand upon to recite your monologues.
Tell these stories.
So the roof needs to be redone first and foremost.
Yes.
There's just mud and silt and stuff everywhere, or debris.
Yeah, a lot of debris.
So when you came, it was just flooded beyond belief.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Preston.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. We have a great plan.
You do?
We think a great idea is that we'll work on the theater. We'll make it the best theater we can possibly do.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
Exactly. And then they'll go and they'll work on these stories that they were telling us and actually write them down. And in a week, we'll all meet back here and maybe they can perform them.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't stay around here. I told you it's kind of toxic when we rip it down. And you guys are actors and actresses. So for any aspiring actor or actress, you probably have an idea of where you'd like to go in the future if you become a professional. So we just thought maybe we'd send you somewhere, a little place called New York City.
They went nuts. They were so happy. They were squealing and jumping up and down, clutching each other. And it's that moment when they start to realize that now, finally, the rebuilding process can begin.
Daniel's going to go with them to New York, team leader, going to inspire them and excite them for that week in New York. Preston and I, we get the theater, and there's a lot of work to do.
All right, guys, have fun!
No sooner had we sent the limos on their way, and around the corner come Adam Becker and his crew of volunteers from Statewide Disaster Restoration. It's those guys that make the difference. These are the heroes.
Hey guys, when the kids come back, we want to make them feel like this is Broadway. Can we do it?
Everything's changing in there. They're getting new hardwood floors and a ticket booth, new furniture, new chairs, a marquee so they can actually put their production in lights, new sound system, new lighting, new curtains on the stage, new sets, new costumes in the back. They're getting a whole costume dressing area.
When the curtain goes up, this town has never seen such an emotional performance from their kids. Boy, I can't wait to see opening night. Hopefully there's not a dry eye in the house.
There is nothing like New York City in the entire world. It is so vibrant, it is so energetic, it is so filled with the artistic spirit. And what a great opportunity for these kids to be able to go there. A lot of them, some of them had never been on a plane before. Most of them had never been out of small town Texas.
Hey, you never think you're gonna be right here in Times Square in the middle of everything. All these theaters and
Major shot.
Oh, definitely. It's surreal.
Yeah.
It's just such an extreme contrast to what we have back home.
And the first thing we did is we shot down to the Lower East Side to get these guys some new headshots. Every actor needs a headshot. It's your calling card. We walked around from place to place. Their eyes were as big as saucers as they saw the giant marquees and theaters everywhere.
All right, guys, so to whip your monologues into shape, because you know what? We do have a show to do. We've brought you to one of the oldest and most prestigious theater schools in the entire world. Welcome to the Juilliard School. Let's go make it happen.
The Juilliard School of Acting is one of the most prestigious schools in the entire world. And for them to have the opportunity to actually get to work on their monologues with Juilliard acting teachers, I think it was the perfect way to really get this show into the shape it needed to be in.
Okay, they all came to me in one moment of clarity. Take it from there.
they all
See,
came
it's
to me.
such great writing. I want to make sure I hear it, right? It's so great.
The emotions I felt, the doubt I had about the future, they all came to me in one moment of clarity, in which I realized that life as I had known it for the past 18 years would never be the same.
Yeah, and you see how just giving it to me, giving it to the audience, it makes it a little more open.
Yeah.
And that starts to affect us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what we want.
I don't know, it's kind of some closure with the whole storm thing and everything, and it's also made me a better actor, you know, and that's always something good.
Does that make sense? And that's how you find your way through it.
It was the most shocking moment of my life.
I asked, what about Dad? What about my brother?
Around town is horrible, especially the theater.
It was very emotional. I mean, to hear the stories again and go back and remember all the things that had happened, it just, I think we all needed to get it out though, so.
This entire town of Sabine Pass was actually standing there waiting to embrace these kids, bring them back from New York, bring them to their brand new, theater. When the limos pulled up, we opened the doors, all the kids are filing out. They had a different look about them. They had a different stand. You could tell these kids had been to New York City. You could tell that they had been on Broadway. The girls had their hair done a little differently, their makeup. They had outfits on that, they had probably bought in the city. They, in that just couple of days, had transformed themselves.
I know you've had a lot of fun, but you do have a performance tonight. Are you guys ready to see the inside? What? Are you ready to see the inside? Yeah! Okay, well then go see the inside of your new theater, you guys. Let's go.
They just took off running, opened up the front door. They just looking and gasping. And then we told them, we said, are you ready? Are you ready to walk into the main area?
You ready?
Okay.
Ready.
Very good. Go on in, kids.
And they just ran down the main aisle and screaming, and they just started noticing everything. It was the simple things, though, that really got them, that made them feel, like they had now been given the classiest theater you could possibly imagine. We then took them to the very back, which was my favorite place because it's where that beginning process happens. These girls had their own makeup counter. They had costumes. They had a sewing area. They had their classroom. Where they can get together and just do improvisational, skits. The classroom was perfect.
Go. Are you ready? Oh! Yeah!
Hammy just said, this is what I've always dreamed of. This is the space that we've not had. But now, it's all right here.
This is your community, and let them see. Let them feel it with you, and you're gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be great. I'm so proud of you all.
Thank
Such
you.
good work.
You have to be on stage in about 30 minutes, okay?
We build houses, and then people come in and make them a home. And this time, we restored a theater. It's almost as if we had built a home, welcomed the family in, and then got to watch them live in their home.
This is their congregation. This is their area. This is where the community comes together and unifies as one.
You can do good. I know it.
It was time to take that new stage. It was time to pull that new curtain open. And it was time to perform for the town of Sabine Pass.
Rita, what a name. Gather up the rest of your belongings and tell your friends bye. What do you pack at a moment like this?
I took only a suitcase full of clothes.
I hope in doing this performance of After the Storm, the kids got some cathartic value out of telling the story, and were able to release some of this pent-up emotion.
When Rita hits, and it hits my hometown. It hits Sabine Pass, the place I grew up, dead on.
It was the most fearful night of my life.
You could just see parents just shaking, crying, and some of the mothers and fathers even, just bearing their face in their hands.
I went and woke my sister up and we cried on each other's shoulders.
When you see a child vulnerable, standing on stage, and being honest with everyone in the audience, it just broke your heart.
My parents began to cry, and they really tried to be strong for us, and I love them for that.
It was an open door as a window into their soul, and how it changed them, how it bettered them, how it brought them closer to their family. And for us to get to witness this was the greatest reward that we could ever get for doing what we did that week.
Life as I've known it for the last 18 years was never going to be the same.
And in a town like Sabine, a person's pain is felt throughout.
It was their courage, standing on their brand new stage, sharing that was a beginning phase of healing this community.
The storm was a curse, but we've all discovered the blessings hidden deep within.
It has brought our small community that much closer, and in the end, stronger. Because I know now that rebuilding can be done, even in life. And it's never too late for anyone.
And after seeing that, you realize why this town is so proud of the kids and that school and everybody who lives in that town.
I'll always be grateful and never forget where I came from, my hometown, Sabine Pass.
rebuilding process, it's massive, and what we've done is probably just a drop in the bucket.
The Gulf Coast is going to need help for a very, very long time, and without people stepping up like the Trevino Group and statewide from Detroit that have come down to help us, we're lost.
In this time of crisis, you saw people coming out to help one another. People like Mark Riff from Modern Housing in Florida. The guy just stepped up and did an incredible job. Aaron Bradley, Donahue Fabric.
And to all the people at Adrian Homes, we could not have done it without you.
It was wonderful to see everyone come together and make a difference in a lot of people's lives.